Hey everybody, this is Tressie coming from my new computer. A lot better light and color and everything, I think. Yeah? Yeah, you think? Okay. So I want to thank all the donors for Tressara. Oh my gosh, you knocked it out of the park. Now we're going to be able to, I think, take us home. I do. I sure do. In fact, every time we have another trek, I'm surprised because I think we just had the last one, right? So we're coming into the finish line and it is Insight. And so I am so anxious, or not really in a bad way, but like jittery about tomorrow and the next day and the next day and the next day too. Yeah. So, oh, I got to tell you something. Yeah, my head is in the clouds lately. Anyway, okay. So, do I act like I'm kind of la la? Yeah. Did you know La La Land is in my in my Gematria for my birth date? Now you know where I come from. All right. So, remember when back at the ranch I fell and I didn't get hurt, but I went into emergency because you're always supposed to do that for the insurance factor, right? Just in case something shows up. So I did. And the bill was $9,700 and, some dollars. $9,700. Okay. So I thought I'm skilled at debt forgiveness, right? I can get rid of this. So I had all my plans ready to go. And finally, I got a hold of them because I wanted to do it the way Arlie taught us. You don't want to fill out a form online. You don't want to fill out the paperwork. You want to go there and talk to a financial assistant or something. I forget what they call them, agent, whatever. And when I got a hold of the billing, she said, "Oh, we don't have an office like that. You can't come in." But she said, "I don't think you'll need to because we already gave you debt forgiveness of 91%. I didn't even have to try. Yeah. And so the business where I fell will take care of the rest. And it's over, folks. So I think, you reap what you sow. And because I do that for other people, I didn't even have to try. I didn't have to ask. Pretty cool, huh? Yeah, $9,000 about. Yeah. You have not because you ask not. You got to ask. All right. And don't forget about 211 and benefits.gov because it's been replenished. Go out there and get what you need going into the finish line, okay? All right. We have a guest, and you asked for it, and you got it. Now, for those of you who want intel, we're going to talk about some incroyable things coming up after Dr. Kelly. So don't leave. Don't think it's all about animals because it's going to be about what's to come. Stick around. All right. So now we're going to bring in Dr. Kelly, and she is going to finally get to deliver her message. But I was talking to Dr. Mom, and she was saying how she was concerned, and I'm going to let you talk about this, about people putting false hope in the med beds, in that they think that's, you get on, you're done, it's over, and then you can live any way you want, almost like going back to your teenage years and living stupid and eating wrong. And I'm going to let you address that when you start. But if I could, I'd like to read some of the testimonials that she sent. She said it brought her to tears. And I was almost in tears. All right. And I'm sure that you have a lot of the same ones, but this is what, based on what you guys are doing. It's your technology that you're using. Okay. So everyone is saying they feel better and they're so happy because they don't ever want to go back to MDs again. All right. Misty, a 41-year-old female, her scan found a pituitary adenoma. Did I say that right? Adenoma. Okay. Confirmed by MRI, treated with homeopathic frequencies. It is now gone. This patient recently had uterine fibroids. It shows up on the scan. She was treated for 2 weeks with the homeopathic remedy and frequencies, and the mass came out encapsulated. So I believe it was more of a parasitic infection and not a fibroid. She is very happy and feels much better. Another female comes with a diagnosis of cirrhosis of the liver, had gallbladder taken out 6 years ago. Scanned showed pancreas insufficiency and liver insufficiency, did not show cirrhosis of the liver, but did show liver flukes. So treating patient for parasitic infection. Female patient with migraines confirmed by biofeedback scan, treated with homeopathic remedies and a regular therapy. And the patient has had no more migraines since this has been, since she did this, and she had them for years, 7 years, no more migraines. All right. 40-year-old male came to her with significant weight loss, very jaundice, overall poor health. Biofeedback scan showed parasites. We treated for that several times, changed the diet, supported the liver with herbs like milk thistle. Client has gained weight and his liver is now functioning properly. Parasite load is decreased. Another patient came with symptoms of long COVID, scar tissue in the lungs confirmed by biofeedback, treated with nebulizing pH structured silver and supplementing with agarikon mushroom. Patient no longer needs portable oxygen. Female patient with migraines treated with auricular therapy no longer, let's see. Oh, okay. She was correcting herself. All right. So we want to give out the website, and it's the same contact for all of you, right? You're all going through that same portal.
Which one is that?
The Ozark Natural Health Solutions at gmail.com. And then you guys split up the patients from there.
Yeah, or they can email me too.
Okay.
We're working together.
Let's put both of them in there. All right. And so before we get into animal care, can you just address that idea of how you must, like, the people that are coming to you guys, they're going to be further ahead when they get on the med bed, right?
Right.
And then they've learned, they've already been trained. So then when they get off the med bed, they're going to continue what they learned from you. That's how important going now is. They're getting like prepped for the med bed, wouldn't you say?
Right. A lot of people have made drastic changes just in the last few years. I'm really amazed at how much people are wanting to learn more about natural remedies and natural medicine and healing your body in ways that were given to us as gifts. But there are still so many people in the mindset that it's a symptom and a cure and a symptom and a treatment. And you've got to get out of that mindset, because there's no magic pill. There's no magic remedy that's going to instantaneously change something. You have to view it from a perspective that we diagnose you, we assess you, we figure out what is wrong. We look at the underlying issues and tackle it from there. And from there, we've got to give your body everything it needs, whether it's proper nutrition, supplements, frequency. There's a lot of modalities you can use, but we've got to energize the cells. We've got to give them the nutrition that they need so they can start to heal themselves. These remedies and these healing modalities don't correct things instantaneously. What it's doing is giving your body what it needs so your body can heal itself. but first you have to give your body what it needs. So people have got to get out of the mindset that everything is instantaneous. And, and I don't mean to sound like a negative Nelly here, but for people who are just sitting back doing absolutely nothing, waiting for the magic beds to come out, you've got to get educated on how to maintain your body. So at least if you can't afford it, I understand that. If you can, dive into it and experience the different modalities, but you've got to start learning how to take care of your body to keep it balanced. So even when we go and we get our magical treatment, we are still not, we're not, like you said, we're not going to go back to living a poor lifestyle and then jump in a med bed every week. It's not going to work that way.
Yeah.
The education has to happen. That's something that we do want to add to the Healing Center, Chelsea, is educational classes. People need to learn how to care for this body that we've given. Yeah. We've got to treat it right, and we've got to learn to keep it balanced. So that really is
it's going to be a long time till you could go back again. And so you got to treasure what you've been given. And I will say, I've been strict my whole life with my eating, and I lived a detox diet until the war. And then I sloughed off, and because I felt like I was overwhelmed and too busy. But because I went, and I've had, I think, two treatments so far, one with Dr. Mont and one with Dr. Kelly, and everybody is talking about my skin.
You look amazing. When I saw you Saturday, I went, wow, your face is glowing. You look more energetic. I mean, I can see a big change. So just in that last month or so, it was a big change.
Yeah, I didn't even know. But when you're throwing off the old cells, when you're detoxing, you get rid of old, diseased, inferior cells, and your body builds new ones right away. And so then you reverse the aging process by doing that.
Right.
So
absolutely.
Yeah. Thank you.
Yeah. And we've seen amazing results in you. So don't forget your testimonial. I mean, you've done a lot in the last 6 to 8 weeks. So
yeah, I had no energy when I started with them. And partly it was the gallbladder that I didn't know had become impaired again. And they cleared that up. And, I used to take naps because of it. And now I hardly ever need a nap. And I have so much energy and joy, and it's so wonderful to feel good.
Yeah. So for those of you, I have a lot of great stories. I didn't ask anybody for permission to share their story, so I may have to save that for another time. But there's so many success stories out there, and people, what we really need is we need to hear the testimonials from people themselves, maybe in the Q&A.
Oh, that'd be fun.
People need to share their testimonial, what they're willing to share about themselves and what they experience. And, there's also the other side of it. There are some people who are seeing very slow progress. Please don't get discouraged. I explained this before, but the longer you've had a chronic illness, the longer it takes for your body to heal. So if you've only been dealing with an illness for a year versus somebody who's had it 20, obviously the person with 20 years has a lot more things they have to work on. So don't get discouraged. I mean, when I look at the repeat scans, I see even a 9% increase. I'm happy because 9% in a month, that's still progress. So even if you didn't see that 20, 30%, improvement, it's okay. As long as we're not going backwards. And occasionally, sometimes you have a few steps back and a step forward, and sometimes that happens. And like Trusty said, sometimes we fall off the wagon. You're trying to do something really strict, and you're like, I just need a break from this, and I just need to do what I want for a day. Great. Then go back to it. It's not like you have to make yourself miserable doing it, but if you really need that one day, I'm not taking supplements today. I'm going to just do whatever, but go right back to it. Don't fall off and not go back. But if you need a break, it's okay. One day is not going to hurt anything. So,
yeah. And so if you have been to one of the doctors and have had improvement, can you put it in the chat wherever you're watching? Facebook, Rumble, YouTube, go ahead and put it in the chat, because we're actually going to do the Q&A on Rumble tonight. So a lot of our rumblers don't follow us over to Telegram. And so we're going to do it here tonight, and then they won't be able to speak. They won't have a mic. It'll have to be in the chat. So just go ahead and write it in the chat if you want to. You don't have to. All right. If you want to be private.
So another thing I just wanted to mention is, we all agreed to do this group rate for your group. And even we've gotten referrals from family members and friends of your group, and that's fine. Sometime in the near future that may change, but just know that we did that, for Trussie's group, because you guys had such a large group of people in need that we wanted to give them that wonderful pricing,
Yeah, that was awesome. All right. So we're all excited to hear about the pet therapy, and you worked on Bo.
And he's such a beautiful boy. He is so sweet.
Oh my gosh, I love him.
Yeah.
So
So now the PET scanner works on the same technology as the human scanning device. So we took a piece of Bo's fur and put it in the little resonator cup and scanned him. It showed us he's a pretty healthy dog for the most part. He just had a few little intestinal issues going on, and that right there is that's what the device looks like.
Okay.
So it's just a little box. It's programmed with all the frequencies of everything, and the software is in there. And the little cup on the left that has the blue bottle in it, that's where the remedy is made. On the other side is the resonator cup where the hair sample goes. And this is just a picture of my cat. I used my Kitty. As you can see, it says Kitty on it. So I used her hair sample to do this picture. So that's what it is. It hooks up to the computer. Of course, I have to go in and get into the software and hit all the right buttons and do the scan and everything. But that's what we did with Bo. And like I said, he's pretty healthy. But as far as the pet device, so one of the things about that's a little different from the scanner we use for people is for the pets, I'll do a scan. I'll look at everything and see where all the issues are, which organs are stressed, and which things need a little bit of work. And then I can go in and rebalance all of that and treat it with, it's called metatherapy, but really that just means I'm rebalancing all the cellular energy. And sometimes with pets, you have to go back and do more than one treatment. If there's really something serious going on, they may need 3 to 10 sessions. Now, if they were really a sick pet, they would probably need up to 10. And then what happens with that is eventually you get to a point where their cells are balanced and they stay balanced. And then I'd make a remedy that you'd take those drops and put it in their food. Now, if your pet's pretty healthy and they don't really need a remedy right now, you could either opt to not have the remedy at all, or have a remedy made that will try to keep them more in balance. And then you do the same thing for the dog as you would people, except I think with the pets, it's only going to be like 4 or 5 drops of the solution instead of like a dropper for an adult.
Yeah. So Bo had parasites and we put him on ivermectin.
Yep. Very good. That's another thing. Now, just a disclaimer, I'm not a veterinarian and I don't replace your veterinarian, because I can do the bioscan. I can analyze what's going on in them based on my medical knowledge. I can, recommend supplements if they need it. However, there's things I can't do because I'm not a licensed veterinarian. So this doesn't replace the services, but think of it as an enhancement to those services, for your pets to keep them healthier. So yeah, for Bo, it was, he just needed to be dewormed, and I don't know, how's he feeling now since then?
He seems to be just fine.
Yeah. He seemed okay before, but maybe that was part of his being anxious,
Maybe. So we went in looking for whatever trauma had happened to him that caused him to be terrified of children. And
nothing showed up. I was actually surprised. I was kind of surprised nothing showed up, but at the same time, I wasn't, because I know you work on him daily. So I'm wondering if that's why it didn't show up, because on pets, we will see if there's any negative emotions that are bothering them. It does show up in the scan. So yeah, I don't know on him.
So with my therapy that I do on him, the spinal fluid hold, it throws off negative emotions, and we do it twice a day, so he doesn't store then. Yeah. So he just needs a retraining when he sees an image that it equates to something. So that's all we need to do is just, get him around some children, have them throw some balls and throw some candy treats. And
right.
then, yeah, we're good to go, I think.
Yeah.
That's great.
It is a great tool though.
Yeah.
Like I said, I don't know who's new to this tonight, but there was such an overwhelming response and request for pets that I just literally invested in this a few weeks ago because there was so many people asking about it. So for those of you I told no, there wasn't anybody I knew, which I did check. I only found one person I knew that had it, and they didn't have it up and running and said, well, we're so busy right now, we're not going to have it up and running for 2 or 3.
Uh-oh. Yeah. Anyway, they weren't going to have it up and running, and so she just bought her own. Oh, I hope she comes back. Her internet is not very good. She lives out in the country. So hopefully. So while we're waiting for her to come back, we have our essential oils for pets uploaded onto the website, and my wonderful volunteers are going to put those links in the chat right now. They come ready to use. You don't have to worry about diluting, and they come with instructions. All right. And then we figure if you want, we were going to make a shampoo for you, but we figured what you could do is just use peppermint as directed and just put it in the shampoo that you have. All right. So that's how we're addressing that. Well, I hope she comes back because I can't really. Well, there she is.
I am so sorry. My internet has literally been blinking out for the last 2 hours. Driving me crazy. So I don't know at what point I got cut off. Sorry about that.
No worries. I finished your sentence because I knew what you were going to say. That you just went ahead and bought it yourself.
Yeah. And there was too many people asking. I'm like, I just need to do this because there's a need for it. So
yeah. And you love pets, right? I mean, that is.
Yeah. My original dream was to be a veterinarian.
Oh.
I didn't plan on being a nurse when I went to nursing school. But you know what? Once I went down that path, I didn't want to waste the years of education. So I just kept going until I got to where I'm at. So, but yeah, my love for animals hasn't changed. So I just had to pick a different career path. That's all.
So I know you mentioned to me that you were going to go and try to feed your neighbor's horse with an apple so that you can,
That's okay. They probably don't listen. I mean, you have to understand where I live. Like there's no people within a mile radius of me.
Right.
Except for my husband.
So the infamous horse did anything?
No, but my husband's like, well, I said, I haven't scanned a horse yet. He's like, why don't you just go across the street with an apple? Maybe you could I said, I wonder if I should do that and just see how it works for horses. But I haven't scanned a horse yet. So I've done dogs and cats, but no horses.
Okay, well, maybe.
No, I haven't tried it yet. So
maybe if you just asked them, they'd be okay with it.
Yeah, maybe I could just say, hey, they'd probably think I was like, what do you mean scan my horse? It'd be a 1-hour conversation. Maybe I'd red pill somebody. I don't know.
Well, sometimes if you just say you're a doctor and you have some advanced medical technology and you want to practice with it, it's not going to hurt the horse. It's just a reading. And then I can give you the reading for free.
Right. Yeah. Maybe
I would. Would you like to be a part of a trial run that costs nothing and doesn't hurt, doesn't even affect, as far as the feeling of your horse? I don't know. I would. Right. I would.
You're so creative.
Yeah, that's how I have survived my life, is by being creative.
Yeah.
Yeah. So anyway, we talked about the essential oils, and we prepared them in advance for the pets so that they come ready to use and they don't have to worry. But they also should do a test and, consult their vet if, that's the recommended thing. I don't know if what they're going to say, but they come with instruction, in other words.
Right. Yeah. Sometimes it's hard. I mean, whether they're a veterinarian or a traditional Western medicine, it has its purpose. So I'm not bashing them because they have their purpose in their place. It's just that we really weren't meant to live on pharmaceuticals and depend on all these injections to be healthy. It's just not the way it was meant to be. So in that part, I don't agree. But, of course, if you need emergency medicine or short-term antibiotics, of course, that's a thing. You need to seek help and not let yourself die of something that could be treated. But, they're not always open to things. And it's kind of sad. Like I had this patient who she was doing really well. I had put her on all the right treatments and supplements, and she started doing better. And then one day she had an incident where she didn't feel good. Of course, they always blame it on the new thing. Oh, well, it must be the remedy and it must be the supplements. And so they stopped everything and shit it up in the hospital. And then from there to a nursing home. So it's really sad when you see people improving, then all of a sudden the family's like, oh, it must have been the new thing. The doctors will say, well, stop doing that because that's what's doing it. They're going to blame it on the new thing.
Oh, well, the natural thing.
Yeah, it's sad when you see that happen when somebody was really starting to make progress. But
so since I saw you last, have you worked on any other pets yet?
Dogs. Well, actually, only a few cats and dogs, but no horses. So I do have people sending samples in. So probably next week I will be doing more pets. But yeah, it's amazing. I'm happy with the way that the device works. It's a little bit different as far as the buttons and what they say and how the report looks. Like those pictures that I sent were just pictures of what the reports look like. So it will show, for example, this one is the cat. So this one shows what diseases the cat has. And then it's kind of hard to read what it says if you don't know what it means. But basically there's a percentage and it says strengthening compensatory reaction 44%. That means from the initial scan to after treatment, it was a 44% better. It was 44% better after treating. So I like to see those. And the human scanner or the bioresonance scanner for people shows me numbers as well, not like this report, but I can do a comparison and I can see from your first scan to your second scan how much better things are, if they stayed the same, if they got worse. Rare occasions it does get worse, but sometimes it gets worse before it gets better, or we just have to find the right thing. Sometimes the right nutrients not in there and we just have to make adjustments. So sometimes it takes a little bit of tweaking, but it does show, and it categorizes it like for the pets. So this one very nicely shows me all the things that's wrong with the pet. And you're looking at a very sick cat. So this cat came to us. She was a feral cat who just showed up. And when she showed up, she was near death. I mean, I think if she would have been one more day, she wouldn't have made it. She was that sick. So she looks young, but she's very sick, and we're nursing her back to health slowly. Like she's starting to put on weight. Her fur looks better. It's just going to take time. It may take, 3 or 4 more months, but she was very, very sick when she came to us.
And, I really think it was your frequency of love for animals that caused that cat to come to you.
You know something? Let me just tell you, this is like the 5th feral cat that we've had in the last probably 4 years. They just show up here. And I don't know where they come from because I live in the middle of nowhere. There's, like I said, there's not a person within a mile radius of me. But these cats show up. And, one of them didn't make it. But, by the time she showed up, she was pretty sick. So it's just funny how they show up here. And, my husband has a love for pets too. And he's able to coax them into feeding, how cats are. They're real skittish if they don't know you. And like, he'll get them to the point where they'll let him pet her, you know, so it just takes time. Now, this one came to us, she had a collar on, so somebody had her at some point.
Oh,
I don't, like I said, I don't know how she got here, but, you know, she's young. She's maybe a year old, so, but she's getting better. We've determined that she's deaf, though, because I think she might have had ear mites so bad that
oh.
she lost her hearing, so.
Mm.
Yeah, that's the sad part is like she can't hear. I don't know that that's correctable once, you know, ear mites get in there and damage everything.
Med beds.
Yeah, I don't know. I really don't know if that's correctable.
Oh, yeah. Everything is. It takes you back to your original DNA.
Oh, well, that, but I mean what I'm doing. I don't know if what
Right,
I'm
right.
doing will correct her hearing, but we'll
Yeah,
see.
yeah.
Yeah.
Right.
She'll definitely go to the med beds and
Yep.
be able to hear again. So,
Yeah. All right. Oh, so when a person comes to you and their animal is sick and you begin to give a treatment, then you're going to look into the food and put them on a healthy diet as well, right? And
yeah.
you have a list of healthy dog foods that that you can suggest to them? Because
Well, I
it's
have to
hard.
be honest with you. I don't have a list. I mean, I have some thoughts on that, but as far as a long list, I don't. And honestly, that I may have to refer him back to a veterinarian who actually has more access to the very special diets. Like, because the animal foods that are made special for animals with different issues, those are really highly specialized and they're kind of expensive to buy.
Yeah, I have one that I love. It's I think it's holistic, and we get the bison, and Bo actually loves it. And we get this huge bag, and then all I do is put fresh meat on top, organic. I mean, this dog, he gets everything the best. And like I said, as long as I put it in the living room next to my feet, he eats his food all down.
Yeah. So you can learn to make your own organic whole food dog food. So if you're going to make your own dog food, make sure you're doing it organically and healthy stuff, because it's not really doing you any good to go buy the stuff that's all polluted with chemicals and heavy metals and then make dog food with that. So, you know, there's a lot of videos on YouTube, you know, you can find them how to make. So it's what you put into it's going to be based on what your dog can eat. So if your dog can only have lamb and rice, you're going to, of course, buy the organic stuff. And, you know, if you need to put the healthy vegetables in there, put it in a blender, chop it up, whatever you're going to do, whatever you have to do to make your dog food. But, you know, a lot of people are more and more going to making their own dog food.
Yeah.
So
My dog,
so they know what's in it.
My dog walker buys organ meat for like Bo is staying with her this week, and he's gonna be fed organ meats, and it's gonna be warm when he gets it on his plate. And I'm like, oh brother, it's gonna make
She's
it hard.
creating a monster.
Yeah, he was just fine before he stayed with her last time, and then he was like, "What? You didn't warm it up?"
Pretty soon he's going to want a napkin, a fork, and a knife with it too,
and a glass of wine.
Mm-hmm.
Anyway, yeah.
So yeah, one of the things you can do is, you know, learn to make your own pet foods if you need to.
And purified water.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah, that's another thing. I'm glad you brought that up, because, you know, especially if you have city water, giving your dog or cat that tap water, I mean, that is so toxic for them. So filtered water for your pets too.
Yep.
Spring water, filtered water. You know, my dog's 18 years old and we don't give him tap water. We have well water, but we still don't give it to him because we have a water softener. And like, you know, so it's like he has a heart problem, so we don't even want to give him that. So we do the filtered water for him too.
Okay. So I'll just to tell you the difference, how bad the water is out of the tap. I did an experiment with 2 geraniums, and the one I gave water out of the hose, and the other one I gave Kangen water. All right. That's purified water. And the Kangen water geranium grew 5 times larger and had like 5 times as many blossoms and flowers on it. It was drastic, the difference. You're actually poisoning your plants. And so even for my outdoor plants, I bought this filter. It's like a tube, and you can screw it on the hose. And so I even use filtered water outside for my plants.
Yeah, that is a good point. Because I've even, like I said, I have well water, and we've had our water tested. Our water is actually pretty good. It's just very hard. You know, when you live in the Texas Hill Country like I do, the water is very hard. We have some of the hardest water in the country, and
Yeah,
which is why we have to have the water softener. I really want the reverse osmosis. We haven't got that yet, so we don't really drink a lot of our well water, even though it's good. But I notice even if I water my plants with that versus rainwater, because we capture rainwater, and there's a difference in even that. So water is a big deal. I mean, it is for plants. Plants tell the story, you know, and it's the same for us. So same for us and our pets with the water.
Yeah. Yep. And then there's, you know, if there's anxiety in the house, then your pet is going to be damaged by it. If there's yelling in the house and, you know, bad words being spoken and word curses at each other, then the pet is going to suffer. The pet will take it internally and believe it's their fault, even if you're not doing it towards them. So that's a big deal.
Yeah, pets are very intuitive. I think cats in their own way, but dogs are very emotionally intuitive, where cats, they have a different kind of intuition. But yeah, it's very hard on them, you know, because they internalize everything, and they take on your negative emotions.
Yeah. So I'll just say the reason that Bo is staying with his dog walker this week is because I am spazzed out on joy, and it is outrageous joy, off the charts, and because of it, you know, I'm demonstrative, and so it's affecting him as if it's a negative thing, and it's also affecting my body in a shock factor. So even overloaded joy blows the circuits, the nervous system, and so I've had to have therapy to get things back on, you know. And so I just thought it's best if Bo can just go and be in a happy place, but not too happy.
Right. You know, emotions have frequency. And so when we have this like explosion, even if it's joy of emotions, it's giving off that frequency. It's like punching them in the gut. You know, even though it's a good one, it's a lot, you know, and animals feel that, and people feel it too, but I think people tune it out, and
Not me.
you know, but a lot of people do, you know, but animals, they don't tune that out. They are very tapped into that. So that's why your pets know how you're feeling, whether you're feeling happy, sad, you know, upset. That's why they feel it, because they feel that frequency of those emotions. You know, when it's blasting them, they don't understand, you know, why it's happening. And they know it's not normal.
Yeah. And he has a very sensitive tummy. So he'll throw up if I'm screaming and happy, oh my gosh, you know, then he's gonna throw up, you know, he's gonna need to eat grass. And so I just so this is the deal, guys. Bo's girlfriend's parents are out of town for a week, so Bo's staying with his girlfriend for a week while they're out of town.
I hope there's a chaperone.
There's a chaperone. They are so happy. They wake up at 4 a.m. and they start running down the stairs.
Oh my goodness. Well, that'll be a good experience for him.
Oh yeah. He stays with her a lot. Yeah. They're in love. Definitely in love. Ginny. Yeah.
Ginny. Bo and Ginny.
Yep. All right. Are we ready to go to Q&A? I think people have a lot of questions. Are we? Do you think we're at that point that you want to go to Q&A? I'm talking to you, Dr. Kelly.
Oh, I didn't know if you were talking to me or Jay, because I saw he came in.
No, I'm talking to you.
Yeah, I'm up for that. We can do Q&A.
Hello, Michigan. Love you.
Now is the Q&A going to be a little mix of things, or is it going to be all about the pets?
No, we're going to start out. Hey, Dr. Mom. We're going to do only pet questions first. So save the rest of them for after the pet question Q&A. Then we'll go into the juicy wild stuff that we've got to talk about. Hey, Ohio. Hey, Arizona. Woo! Panama City, Phoenix, Virginia, BC. Woohoo! Kansas City. Chicago's in the house. Okay. Dr. Mom, heading home tomorrow. So proud of your work and all you do for people's health.
Thank you.
Oh, it's a mom. Okay, it's not Dr. Mom. Hey, y'all, Patriots sending high vibes and love. Thank you, Linda.
Oh, thank you.
Yes, well, I was thinking that.
I have my LifeWave patches on. Oops. I wear those every day.
Yeah.
I've been wearing those for almost a year now.
Yep. And there's a lot of people in our group, in our tribe that sell the patches. So that's why we don't let anybody advertise. We can't favor anyone because there's too many of our trekkers that do.
Oh, yeah. And here's my thing. It's not something that I put out there and advertise, but if somebody specifically asks, great. Find somebody you know that's a distributor, be a partner with them. It's great. They're a wonderful product. You don't have to buy it from me. You can buy it from anybody.
Okay.
And they're really a big thing.
So they're putting the questions up for you.
Okay. I have to say on the essential oils for animals, I don't specifically know the doses. I have not researched that heavily, but I know Tressie has. And
we have a remedy just for anxiety.
Yeah.
But also the music is the number one thing. I've never seen it fail. My healing place for anxiety in pets, I don't see how it can fail if you play it in the house. And then the hold. The hold will bring them to the deepest state of peace you can imagine. And if you did that morning and evening, then you're going to see a difference.
Yeah. So sorry about that. I couldn't answer the one about the oils because I have not researched the dosages, but I mean, they're good for pets too, but you have to be careful with them because they have to be diluted more and you have to test them and all that stuff. So,
yeah.
But definitely the frequency because animals are very, very sensitive to frequency.
So let me answer this question about the peppermint. Go on the website. I think the instructions are there. And definitely there when you buy it. And you can even email and ask our staff to send you the instructions if you already have your peppermint. Okay, there you go. Question for you from Donna.
So on the pet scans, because they're a little bit different than people, initial scan for a pet is $225. It's all the same hoops and same process for an animal. It takes about 2 hours on the first one. And what I've decided is because some pets only need maybe 1, 2, or 3 treatments, that the first 3 are going to be included in that $225. But if your pet is really having some issues that needs more, there's going to have to be an additional cost for the additional treatments. And we could talk about that at the time. Like if, I think they really need 5 or, oh my gosh, we're going to need 10, I can work.
Oh, hopefully she'll be back. Oh, I like that question, Reba. Hopefully she's not going to go away. I want to ask her more about the frequency, what can be done. Oh, you know what else? We should talk about EMF damage in the house and what you need to get to make sure your pet is not damaged by it. Although we're about to turn the corner and we won't have to worry about that anymore. Thank you, Liz. Oh, Reba, make sure you come back with that question. Oh, we lost her again. Okay, so you play frequencies. Oh, and the squirrels and birds respond. How nice. How nice. There you go. There's an idea. Oh, there we are.
My internet again. I'm so sorry. It's cut out.
Hey.
But I don't know when you lost me when I was trying to answer the question about the price.
Copper wire in the bottom of their water bowl to clarify the water.
Yes, absolutely.
Okay. All right. So EMF protection in the house for pets.
Well, it'd be the same for pets it is for people, you know, so you probably don't want your pets sitting right next to something that's blasting them with, you know, bad frequency, which is basically any electrical device that plugs in that's man-made. So, you know, it's funny, you know, if you watch animals, they will sometimes lay where the sun's shining through the window and they're laying in the sunlight. You know, they know that that frequency is good for them. So, you know, it'd be the same for your pets to keep the EMFs away from them, just like we do ourselves. So question, what should I use for treats that are not toxic with chemicals that are not fattening? Well, that's kind of a loaded question, but you know, again, going to organic foods, you know, dogs are not necessarily meat eaters. You know, some dogs are because they love the taste of it, but dogs don't have to have as much meat as a cat. So you could definitely see what kind of vegetables, you know, are okay for your pet or fruits. And you could make them their own treats that are low in calories and low in fat just by using fruits and vegetables. You can blend them in the blender and freeze them in the freezer and make a frozen treat, or make a treat that you can bake in the oven and make it into a cookie or something.
Now, Bo does not like any of that, and he hates fruits and vegetables. Yeah. And so I spent a lot of time looking for organic treats for him, and I got him something from Oregon called, Fritz fry. It's like French fries, frit fries or something like that. I get it on Amazon, and he just loves them. And I'm pretty sure that's what it's called, frit fries. And then there's a company from Germany that I like. And I just kept looking and looking. And if you find one from Germany, then it's organic. And it's good.
Did I lose you again?
You know, you're here with your voice, but not your camera. Hopefully you won't go away. But anyway, boy, it's hard. It's really hard. Even if it says organic, you have to look at it. And there's lots of things. I went online and I learned you type in how to find, what do you look for to make sure a pet treat is good and organic. And they show you, watch out for this, watch out for that. If it's made in China, it should be made in the US. All right, maybe I can, somebody can get the link for the Oregon frit fries. And that German company is good too. But the thing is, you know, the treat companies put glycerin in. And so if Bo gets too many of those treats with glycerin in, then he won't eat my good ones. You know, the ones I buy that I make sure don't have glycerin in. He wants sugar. He wants sweet treats. So it's hard. What can I do for my dog during storms, rain? He shakes. Okay, yeah, my healing place. And then, you know, the hold. That's what I would do. Yep. I know I would love for you to try my healing place, because I know you're going to see a huge difference. You're welcome, Diane. Oh. Looks like my staff made a healing package for the pet with the music. Oh, I didn't even know we did that. That's cool.
Sorry about that. I may have to turn my camera off just to have more bandwidth. I don't know why it keeps cutting out. The question about the stomach tumors. There are some products, and if you look at a company called Bighorn Botanicals. They're out of Montana. And they've done a lot of research on the U-tip, spelled Y-E-W, U-tip. And if you want to go in there and read that, there's a lot of information about that for pets, and especially dogs that would have, tumors and things. So they do have some great products for that. If you're interested, email me, reach out. I can lead you down the right path for that one. But they do, like I said, it's called bighornbotanicals.com, and they do have products for pets with tumors. So
what do you think about we have a essential oil blend for cancer? Do you think that would be a good thing to put on the tumor?
Oh yeah, because anything you can do topical, and it's okay to do two things at the same time, one topical, one oral. It's fine,
So she's asking about, how do you get her cat scanned? You do it long distance, right?
Right. I would need a small hair sample from your pet. And when I say small, I mean just a little pinch of fur. You're going to cut off maybe a centimeter and put that in a little Ziploc baggie. Put the name on it of your pet. I would need to get some extra information from you, such as age, if they have any habits, illnesses, diagnoses already. There's some information I would want to get before I do it, just because I can add that to the scan information, and it will specifically seek out those issues or tag the organs that may be involved in it. So it does help that I have that information. But I would also need your contact information, your name, your email, your phone number, and you could mail it to, I think, is my address listed somewhere where to mail things to, or?
It should be, your address.
Your mailing address.
If they have that. But if you can go to her website and get her address off there.
I don't have my full address on my website. And so, but they can email me, DrKellyPacheco at Gmail.
Yeah.
Yeah. It'd probably be easier if you emailed me, because some people reach out to me through that feature on the website that says contact us, which it takes you through an app that comes to my phone, and I don't always see it face up. And sometimes I miss a message for a couple of days. I would prefer that you just email me, because then I see it.
Yeah. We like email too, okay? Email.
Yeah. And then I can email and get your information a little easier, because sometimes people reach out to me through that and I reply, and then I don't hear back for a week, and then they reply and I don't see it for 4 days. I'm like, we just wasted 10 days. So it's just easier if you've sent me a message through that and I reply back with my cell phone and an email address, that is the best and fastest way to reach me.
Okay, do you see that question?
So, will the scans help my dog's eye after suffering a corneal ulcer? Well, I can't say what the outcome would be, because I don't know the severity of all that, but certainly I can scan the eyes, and, if there's been an injury or the dog has an ulceration, we could treat it. Now, that doesn't mean it's going to magically disappear. We may need to add other things to it, but, you can never go wrong with balancing the energy, because remember, your cells have to be energized and functioning at max capacity for them to work the way they need to heal your body. Same with your pets. If they have cells that are running very low energy because there's been an injury to that area or some kind of a growth or tumor, it's not functioning as it should. So you can't go wrong with treating your pet with frequency.
Oh my goodness. How old, Judy?
16. So my horse has Cushing's, insulin resistance, allergies to insects, fly spray. And do you know anything that will help her 16-year-old Morgan? I'm in Michigan. Okay, so some of these are very specific things that maybe I would need some veterinarian assistance on. But like I said, I'm not going to be able to say, here's a medicine that's going to work, because I don't prescribe medicine for pets. But there are nutritional supplements for horses. There's nutritional supplements for dogs and cats that will help with those things. And yes, we can make them a remedy. We can balance their frequency just like we do for people and put them on the right supplements so their body can work with what they've got. So it sounds like this pet has some gut issues that have been long-term. I mean, animals do get similar things to people. So if I look at that, I would say that pet's probably got some kind of a long-term gut issue and what's caused a metabolic issue. And whether or not that's from what they ate, I don't know. Sometimes it's the kind of grass that they eat, that causes that in horses. They get that metabolic syndrome.
I will say I have had a lot of experience with Pet Tandem with the Life Vantage Company, Pro Tandem. There are 2 videos I would send you to online on YouTube. One is Zamora, the horse, Pet Tandem. You just look that up. And this horse was so full of arthritis. I don't even know how old it was, but they would take him out to walk, and every step just made you cringe and want to cry for that poor baby. And then they started the horse on Pet Tandem, and I think it was a very short time, like a week or something, and you could tell he's walking really good. And then after 3 weeks or something, that horse was like a young colt, and it was like bucking and running and jumping, and it was like you just cry. You can't believe the joy in that horse to be pain-free. And then there is one called Zoe, the dog, Pet Tandem on YouTube. And the dog, they had 2 of these, I forget what kind, they're little dogs, but the one was the mother. Zoe's the mother, and then she had offspring, and her offspring's all jumpy, and she was laying on a pillow with her tongue hanging out, unable to get up, unable to eat. And they gave her Pet Tandem, and again, in just a very short time, Zoe was up, and you couldn't tell which one was the offspring.
Right.
The tongue went back in the mouth, and she's happy and jumping. And what a beautiful story, because this product throws off oxidative stress. All right. And I think it's one of the few natural remedies that the government allows to be on the .gov site. And in medical, I forget what they call all of that, but Bo gets a half of one every day. And I think that's probably what you're seeing is, why he's so healthy.
Yeah. Well, with the pets, you guys are asking some specific questions about things I'm not used to using. I usually use the standard process products. I'm familiar with their nutritional supplements, what's in them, and they make them for dogs, cats, and horses. I have my pets on them.
Oh, awesome.
Yeah, and they're whole food organic, so if you're interested in any of that, I can set you up with a portal where you can just order your own when you need them. But of course, we would talk about what your pet needs, but those are the products I'm used to using. So when you start going off on different paths, I might not necessarily be able to answer it, but I do know that their products, the standard process products are very good. I use them. They're just so awesome. They
really are. I've used them for decades. I mean, They're amazing. Yes, she does remote healing. That's what she's saying. You send, some of your pet's hair, and she does it remotely.
Yeah. So, and doing remotely just means that I have their hair sample, and I'm going to put their information into the device, and of course, talk to you ahead of time, or at least get the information ahead of time. And so I can scan your pet and know what I'm looking for.
Okay. Can somebody on my team put the link for the pet essential oils in the healing package in the Telegram for us? All right. Fetch fries. Thank you so much. It's fetch fries. Of course it is. The first bag I got even came with ketchup. And I read the ingredients, and it was good. Oh my gosh, I couldn't believe it. And he liked it.
Yeah, CBD oil for pets is another good one. There's just so much that CBD does for the animals too.
Very good. Wow. Good job.
Are some of the illnesses of dogs and cats caused by the shots? Well,
100%, in my opinion.
Yeah, in my opinion, yes. My opinion.
Yep. They did that on purpose, just like they did to us.
Yeah.
It was
So
the
you
money.
think about it.
Yeah.
Pets didn't used to get the same diseases that people got a long time ago, but now they do.
Yeah.
You know, I mean,
So-
some of it could be because pets eat some of the same foods, but you have to think about the injectable stuff too.
But don't forget what I said last time, and that is that you can ask your vet when it's time for the booster, you ask for a titer test. And when I did
Yes.
that with Bo, all of his baby shots were still working. It's a scam.
Yes. And, you know, here's the thing about that. They give a 2-pound dog the same amount of a shot that they give a 100-pound dog. They don't dose it by weight. That's why you hear people say, "Oh, I have this little dog," and you know they went and got their shots and almost died from it. Yeah, because they gave them a whopping dose of it. It's they don't differentiate in the size.
That's awful.
It's very bad, and you know and that's what I've been telling people too. You can ask for the titer because they're actually starting to prove now, and it's starting to come to light that if they had their first round of shots, or maybe even their second, they're pretty much going to have a titer for it. So why do we keep giving them one every year? They don't need it. So you can ask for the titers to be drawn on some of those shots, even the rabies vaccine.
Wow.
You know, it's funny. They used to give it every year, and then they're like, "Oh, well, now you only have to do it. What is it, every 3 years now?" And because they're, you know, they don't really need to keep getting it. So whoops.
Oh, wait, go back to the other one. There it is.
So this is this a dog? I think a dog.
Yeah, poodle.
Okay,
Oh.
so CHF, coughing, struggling to breathe at times. There's a buildup of fluid in her chest, but her vets. So congestive heart failure doesn't necessarily mean that there's a tumor in the chest. It's usually that the dog has a bad heart valve or a leaky valve, something's going on, or they just don't have the heart muscle capacity. Maybe the dog suffered a heart attack at some point. I don't know. I'm just throwing it out there. Or maybe the dog they're 16, you know, their heart muscle starts to deteriorate and they just can't pump effectively. And when your heart can't pump effectively, the fluid backs up into the lungs. That's where the fluid ends up, is in the lungs. So it doesn't necessarily mean your pet has a tumor, but, you know, congestive heart failure is a big deal for dogs. And yes, it will do that to them. There are some nutritional supplements you can do for that dog if you want to. So your cat has IBS. I have her on a sensitive stomach cat food. Anything else you recommend? Yes, there are supplements you can do for irritable bowel syndrome. Most of the time, it's something in the gut that's not balanced right, whether it's the gut microbiome, whether or not there's a parasite in there. So there could be reasons why that cat has irritable bowel. It doesn't have to be isolated to one cause. And you know, a scan would definitely show what the underlying cause is. So it's hard to diagnose without having the actual assessment done. So that's another thing. It's like, you know, people ask all the time, you know, how I get this a lot, and it's hard because they'll say, "Well, I have this cough that I've just had this cough for 2 years and it doesn't go away. What do I take?" Well, I need to find out what the underlying cause is. Like, I can't just say, "Well, take this over here," and then it doesn't work. And you go, "Well, she told me to do that and it didn't work." Well, that's because we got to get to the root of the problem. We've got to know what's causing that, because you can have a symptom or 2 or 3, and those symptoms can be the same for 100 different things. Unless you know which thing you're dealing with, you might be, you know, prescribing the wrong treatment or the wrong remedy. So it's kind of a loaded question, I guess. Is the assessment needs to be done. You know, that's something I wanted to talk to you about, Tressie, that, you know, the doctors that are with you have discussed, is the healing center needs to be focused on when people come in, they really need to be seen, assessed, and diagnosed to know what modalities they need. Because you can just willy-nilly say, "Oh, I want to try them all,"
Right.
but maybe only 1 out of the 10 that you tried was the one that you needed. So it's more so to put you on the right path. It's not it's not trying to block you from anything. It's not trying to get you to spend money. It's trying to do the right thing, because we've got to know what you're dealing with to know how to treat it.
Absolutely. I agree 100%. I had a lady all set up who was going to be the one to do that. And now she's got some other dreams that she wants to pursue, but we need that person who's going to do that aspect.
Right. So the question is, what's good for dark urine in dogs? And that's another question where I don't know what's causing the dark urine. I could guess. I could say maybe it's the kidneys. I could say maybe they don't drink enough water. I mean, there's a lot of things I could say. There's not really anything I can say to give you without saying, would need to, determine what's wrong with your pet. Now, if you already had your pet diagnosed and your vet's done all the testing and everything, and you already know, that's a good start. That's the kind of information I would want to hear prior to scanning your pet. So if your vet has already done blood work and x-rays and all these other things, it's helpful for me to know that, so I know where we're going with it. Hang on a second.
Okay. These are some great questions.
So is there any hope for my 12-year-old dog who had an ultrasound a week ago and was told that he has a mass by his spleen, several in the abdominal area and one in the bladder and lymphatic system? So they did an ultrasound and there's some tumors or growths, but they don't know if they're benign or cancerous. Of course, there's always things you can do to supplement those organs, because remember, when organs start to break down, systems break down, it's because they lack the energy and the nutrients they need to function properly. So there are things you could do to try to remedy that, to see if his body will heal itself. I don't have a specific thing I can say to give your dog, but it would.
Oh. Well,
hey guys. Hey, yeah, she keeps coming in and out. I think last time we had to work out some internet issues at her house, so just bear with us, everybody. We do have the video. I was just gonna let you know we have the video of the scanner. It shows, it's like maybe, I don't know, 20 seconds or 30 seconds if you guys want to.
Yeah,
just maybe.
yeah.
Yeah. All right. So
Sure.
there's
Oh,
a video.
wow.
So there's a video. It's going to show you all the stuff that she was saying, and it has the different the triangles and the circles and the different shapes, like just like everybody, like the other one that Dr. Mom and they're all talking about. And was that one? All right. Yeah. So if you just want to explain what was going on there, because it was we weren't able to talk, so you can go ahead and explain it.
It's my internet, and I know it's so annoying.
I told him last time we had to do some settings.
Oh dear Lord, it's just the challenges of living remote. So
right, let me back out. See you guys later.
What Jay was showing you was how the PET scanner works. So at the first one, I'm not sure if it was the first or the second one, but one of those videos was what it looks like. So this is treating the pet. So see where it says metatherapy at the top? Metatherapy just means you're rebalancing the cellular energy. And these were all the areas of the cat that needed to be rebalanced. And so the machine is just going through and treating those areas. That first video so much better than she was. Like, oh, she was just so near death when we got her. But
Wow.
she's looking better, and she's only had 4 treatments so far.
Oh
So
my goodness.
I'm actually excited to see that it's only been 4 treatments and she's improved a lot.
All right.
That report that you showed earlier that said like 30%, 40%, that was the cat. So
Yeah.
yeah, so she's had lots of improvement.
All right. So where
So
are
somebody
we at?
asked if there was any hope for their pet. Yes, there is hope. You know, I'm not saying that everything is always going to be perfect and work, but there's always hope because we know what we need to do to get the body what it needs.
Yeah.
So what about an older dog with a hard mass, non-movable on the chest? It shrinks and grows. I would need more information on that because are you saying it's something in the skin? It's movable. It's just something in the skin. And then, I mean, it could be a sebaceous gland cyst. I don't know. I'm just guessing. So there, you know, I would definitely say if you have a diagnosis, it would be helpful that we knew so we know where to go. If not, then, you know, we could either get one from your vet or scan and just see if there's anything serious going on because, you know, dogs and cats do sometimes get, especially dogs, they get those sebaceous gland cysts.
Yeah,
And I
I
know there's
Bo got one. And
oh my God.
all I did was
Castor oil works on that too.
Oh, nice.
Castor oil. Now I know there's other things you can do, but I mean, you could start simple. You could try, you know, putting 3 drops of castor oil on it, let it, you know, rub it in a little bit and see if that starts dissolving it.
Good job.
So your cat gets struvite crystals. They change his food again to Hill CD. What can I do for him? So your cat just has an issue with digesting certain elements in food, and it, you know, it crystallizes and then it ends up in the kidneys. You know, usually it takes a special diet for that. So you may have to ask your veterinarian which food, because like I said, they're more of an expert on the specialty brands of foods than I am. I'm better with the supplements that I work with, but as you know, I would definitely get with your veterinarian on that and see if there's anything else. I mean, what else can you do? You could do supplements. You could do the PET scan if you want to and see if there's something going on in their body that maybe we could figure it out. Sometimes it's just an organ not functioning at its max capacity because it's low energy and poor nutrition. So that's the more that you could do, but the diet is the biggest thing with something like that for sure.
Let's see if I can find that dog food that Bo's on.
So what about distilled water?
Oh, here it is. Here it is. I found it. Shoot.
Yes, you can use the distilled water for the cats.
Okay. Oh, this one is on chewy.com. I was going to mention them. Earthbound, I think is what it's called. Earthborn, holistic, unrefined dog food. And so they've got all kinds of different flavors. I'm going to send the link to the staff and have them post that. We've got the fetch fries ready.
And the standard process products, they do have products for urinary health for your pets and kidney health. So they have all of the nutritional supplements for each system. You know, and they have the supplements for cats, dogs, and horses. So
that's awesome. I did not know that. I'm so happy.
They have a full line of products for dogs, cats, and horses that covers basically anything, any system in the body.
Nice.
So I have my dog on the cardiac support, the immune support, the mobility, flex support, and the whole body support because he's old.
Right.
And I have the cat on the whole body support, immune support. Oh my gosh. Nope, she's only on 2 right now. And plus we're deworming her with some herbal dewormer. So
what do you think about what you would put Bo on since he doesn't have any problems?
I would, if you were going to put Bo on something, I would get the whole body support since he doesn't have a specific thing because it has all of the elements in there for each organ system. Yeah. And I usually recommend that as one of them for every pet, honestly, because you got to support the whole body. So it's like, yeah, let's put them on the specific nutrients that they need for that organ system that's having an issue, but let's give them the whole body support too. And for the older dogs, the mobility flex support, because it works for the arthritis and the bone health. And, so they have a full line of products that are just unbelievable.
Yeah, and Bo doesn't like the pet tent. He won't eat it unless Rhonda gives it to him.
He's so
if
funny.
If I have to give anything to him, I give it to Rhonda.
That is so funny. Oh boy. So is that to you, Tressie?
Well, she's saying thank you, but I would hope that if you can get a scan, get a scan.
Yeah. Oh my gosh, I can't think of the name of the spray. It's herbal. It's got like sandalwood, lemongrass, lavender. It's you can actually buy it on Amazon. It's an all natural spray. It doesn't kill the fleas, but it's a deterrent. So you can lightly spray it.
Wonder something.
I can't remember the name of it. It's actually sitting outside of my picnic table.
But also, don't forget we have a flea essential oil package that you can get.
Perfect.
Just develop it. Yep.
And then you can just buy that bundle and use that. So, because it's probably already been formulated and everything. So,
Okay. So we're all done with pet questions, and we're going to bring Jay in. And if Christy wants to come in, and we're going to talk about current events and what might happen coming up very soon. So come on in, Jay.
Commander, I'm here. I'm ready for the Q&A.
So how's your thumb? Is it your finger or your?
As my thumb, yeah.
Yeah, 5 stitches just hours before the show.
Yep. Oh yeah, it was a fun day today. Yep.
I'm going to turn my camera off so that I don't keep losing my internet.
Okay, you look pretty good as like a circle ball.
Don't I look cute as a little circle?
Hello, Kelly Ball.
It looks like an eyeball.
Dr. Kelly Ball. Dr. Kelly Ball.
Jade, do you want to start right off with that incredible work that you did?
Dude, do you see the Gematria?
I did not get to see it yet. Can you read it?
Man, where did I post it? Did I give it to you?
It's in Signal.
It's in Signal. Okay, I want to make sure because I've been running all day long, and then do not drive and text. Okay, just want to let you know.
No. Yeah, Christy. No more of that.
It's unsafe. But if something comes into you from, your angels or God, you definitely got to listen. So, let's see, where's that? Well, here's the chaos with trying to get the live started. we were having some technical difficulties, and then, all right. Did you post it on here again? Where's it at? Is it before the chaos or?
Yes.
Okay. Well,
I've got it because I've shared it with.
Yeah, I know it is. Well,
I can just get it for you.
Say the words. It would be okay. So everybody's.
So I can read this if you want.
First off, I'll start off. Everybody's freaking out about this JD Vance guy. Okay, so that's not JD Vance. I'm gonna tell you right now. That's not him. Okay, I know that Marine. If you do a lot of research on him, it's been all over the place. This is just my thoughts. Don't keep me to this, but I'm right. The real JD Vance was 5'7". So when you seen him and he announced him on the little thing, he was standing next to Trump, and guess what? He was almost the same height as Trump, and we all know Trump is like taller than 5'7". So yeah. Everybody's questioning it. Yeah, go ahead. So now say what you're going to say.
Well, this was copied and pasted from a friend you sent to me. Sky event. All right.
Yep.
And scare event. Sky event.
Yes.
Trump's plane exploding, perhaps. Blue beam. Hear me out. Just a thought. And just know he won't be on it. I don't even know if they'll do CGI or if it's a dummy plane. So there has been so much thrown out over the last few years. What if Trump's plane goes down? And today is the anniversary, 25th anniversary of JFK
Jr.
plane
That's
going
right.
down.
That's right.
All right. With him and Vance on it, and Vance is Julian Assange, really, and with the mask. And the mask is very poorly done.
Julia Shaw. Yeah, look at he's about the same height. Yeah, that's right.
And so Trump's plane goes down with him and Vance, but Trump never did get on. The news has been talking about Boeing planes going down the past few months, and Trump's is a Boeing. Then they talk about a sky event going to happen. Everyone thinks Trump was on there. And let's see. But he wasn't. Well, we'll get the 10 days of darkness or 12 days of disclosure. Trump reappears. Vance is no longer VP. And Trump names JR as the VP. This could be the sky event and the scare event. It would cause mass chaos for a bit before the military shut riots down. After 10 days, we have Merry Christmas in July. I firmly believe it. Believe it.
Christmas in July. I agree with that.
Okay, so do you have the codes, the gematria to look up? I can send it to you. You need it?
Yeah, you got it? Christy,
yes,
yeah.
I do. So the first one I was sent was Trump Vance plane crash.
Yeah.
The Jewish gematria for that does have a couple: COVID vaccine, positivity, too much water, divine consciousness, the one Jesus sent is, bride helps God save Mark King from lies.
No. Don't read anything about Mark King.
Oh yeah.
Okay. Sorry.
I mean, someone told me that we had an interview with someone, and they told me, "Don't worry about the Jewish gematria. Go to the English."
Okay, good. So jump into.
You remember, Tracy? Remember?
Yeah, but I always look at the Jewish because sometimes there's some wonderful nuggets up there. Maybe one or two.
I usually like the first couple. Yeah. Okay. So I'll jump down to English and simple. I am is one of them. Ask and you shall receive. Decode, I broke the gematria code. Money, wealth, success. Galactic Federation of Light. Thank you very much. Butler, Pennsylvania.
What? Isn't that where he spoke? How does that work? Is that God talking to us?
Service code names. Do everything with me. Yeshua Christ is who?
Yes. Yeshua.
The other one that you sent over was just JD Vance, just all by itself.
Yep.
Fact, he knew her real name, and JD Vance are side by side up in the top for Jewish, and then jumping down to simple English dragon, Jason, Thelma, the god.
Wait, stop. Okay. So everybody remembers the movie Thelma and Louise. So the word Thelma's in there. So that led us to Thelma and Louise go off the cliff, and then there's, at the end. So that led us to find the plane crash and all this stuff coming up. So keep going.
Okay. Then it does say I have son and daughter, and then Holy Grail, flood of the world. I'm thinking backwards. That's it.
It wasn't one of them said Julia Assange on there. I thought that was in there. Did you?
Let me scroll back up and make sure I didn't.
I want to say I did one.
Oh wait, hold on. There's a couple more on Jewish that I actually think you might want to see. King Charles of Wales, follow the rabbit.
Follow the rabbit.
Jesus and Lucifer.
Don't read anything that isn't pertinent that gives you a clue of what's going to happen.
Yeah, I swear there was. I swear there was what do you call it? Julian Assange was on there when I typed in. Maybe I typed in JD Vance VP. I don't remember. I know I did.
I thought it was more than that.
Yeah, it jumped out at me. Like I literally. Okay, let me tell you what happens, guys. If you do gematria,
Yeah,
You're going to
it
be
is.
looking through the stuff, and it's giving you numbers, and I'm telling you, this stuff just jumps out at you. It's like Julian Assange was just like, it was flashing at me, and I can't explain it, and that's what it does. So, and it's God talking to you through the numbers and through the names and through code, and we all can do this, guys. You have to believe in it. You have to believe
Yeah.
that God talks to every one of us.
Yeah.
So, yeah, and then as soon as I saw that, I sent it to Tressie. I said, JD Vance is Julian Assange right now. And she was like, oh my God.
My hero.
She always does that. Oh my God. So, yeah.
Yeah. Yep.
Say, go ahead. Sorry.
That's amazing. It is. You can ask about almost any question and come up with, and what I've been doing with the Destiny readings is also adding their first and middle name in the Gematria and see what comes up. And it's astounding, absolutely astounding.
Okay. So I do want to say that, I want to make a statement also that we had the last show and we talked about how everything was staged, correct? So it was staged because the original plan, and this is what I'm getting from, God and my angels, and you guys can all talk to them too. What I'm getting in just in myself is that it was their plan to do that, and then some of it was staged, and some of it was they're trying to show you exactly. But the hand of God and the angels turned Trump at the last second, and I will tell you, I'm getting goosebumps. Okay, so when you start talking and you start getting goosebumps in your body, there's actually a video you can watch and it tells you about what goosebumps are, and it's actually, I call them God bumps, but when you start saying something that's very true to your heart and your soul, that's what happens. So at that one moment, God said, "Turn your head," and it's like and I'm telling you guys, it was God involved. Yeshua was involved. The angels are here during this time. I'm not making this up, and Tressie knows the angels are, and some of you guys are angels. I'm telling you right now. Some of your angels, and when you find out, it's going to be just beautiful. That's why it's just like everybody's, it's a lot of beautiful things going on. So
yeah,
go ahead.
well, I happen to know that Biden did attempt that when Trump was president. Over and over and over they attempted it, and so all they did with that staged event was to show the people what actually did happen, what they had planned, and they thwarted it. And so remember, they keep saying you cannot tell the people, you must show them. So that's what they're doing right now. That's why they're doing it. But everything is real and accurate as to what was happening at the time. And I think there were probably over 100 assassination attempts, but he was never in danger. He took it very lightly because he is so well insulated.
Yep, that's right. And I think that, like we talked about before, the real one is in Cheyenne Mountain. So there's doubles. Of course, every famous person, there's been doubles for all these, like Bush had doubles, like a bunch of people had doubles. Did you guys see there was a post about 30 tons of chemicals is lost. It was going on a train and they can't find it. So you guys remember the movie V for Vendetta, and the train goes into the building at midnight and it takes down the government. Well, guess what? Ooh, guess what? Remember the 5th of November. Yeah. And I'm telling you guys.
Yeah. So what do you think is going to happen tomorrow on this beautiful 7/17?
I say midnight. Fireworks are going to happen. That's my feeling.
I believe it. I just feel it and I see it. And then, the Kennedy kids coming out with a new version, and they are freaking happy.
Did you see that?
Because they know it's the end game. And then if you think about the look on, if it wasn't Trump, the devil did a fabulous job of emotion. It was like you want to cry because this is the end. We did it. We won. And that's what I saw all over his face, that emotion about the end of the line. And even was it Don Jr. or Eric? Same thing that looked like he was going to cry, and it's good. We're right in the middle of a lot right now, and that's so we just have to understand that it's in motion. Something huge is in motion at this very minute.
Yep, that is right. I'm trying to
Yep.
think. We
This
got
is
we got so much stuff. I mean, we got ear, the ear, and then what it equals is like the shot heard around the world, because it was the ear, and you can hear through your ear. You got our buddy that's been very, very quiet, Mr. Phil. I know who at least two of you are.
right.
but he was posting about the ear and stuff, and he's been very, very quiet. So I don't
He's
know,
busy.
guys.
He's busy.
It's time, guys. I mean, we already got the JFK assassination, so they just represented Trump getting assassinated through the ear, so that's representing they were going to try to do that, and they were trying to make us basically go into chaos. That was their plan, and now I'm saying the plane thing, it's got to be just like JFK Jr. I mean, I'm trying to put it together. I may be wrong, but
Well, I just feel like we need to at least give people a heads up in case it happens, because you don't need to be terrified.
Yeah.
We have this. We've got it. Don't worry. It's got to be big. It's got to show, openly what their plan was. And remember when they did shoot at Trump's plane?
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah. Look at Boeing. So you've had all these mishaps with Boeing planes having malfunctions. They've been leading up to this moment. They've been trying to get it into your head, like, man, a lot of planes did have problems, and guess what? That new plane with the Vance on it is a Boeing, and then Trump's is a Boeing, isn't it? So, I mean, this is all making sense.
So if the one plane of Trump's that got shot at, he was not on there. That was a dummy plane. So they know exactly what they're doing, and it's going to be okay. We have to brace ourselves and stabilize ourselves for what might be coming.
Yep. And our brother, and we had an interview with him, Mr. Pascal. He posted that he posted that they're going on vacation for a little bit. I don't know if you guys know. I don't know if you guys noticed that. He was talking about that, and then there were some comms in his posting. So if you look at a post from someone, look at the emojis. So there was 6 hearts, and then there was 6 big hearts, 6 little hearts, and then underneath it were these symbols, like I think they're like crosses or something. So there was 7. So it was 667. So I was like, okay, what does that mean? I don't know. Why would you put? So it was perfectly lined up, 6 6, and then there was an extra one that was like just off to the side. So I typed in 667 into Gematria, and I gotta try to find it, guys. But this is how you do. This is how you do it off of a post. Yeah, that's how you do it.
Well, you know what's funny?
Huh?
Is Mr. Jack.
Yeah, here it is.
Pascal calls me all the time.
Yeah.
And says, "Who are you really?"
It says he said we are now taking our well-deserved break. And then it says, and remember, where we go one, where we go all, no divine humans and divine creations, not one of our children is left behind. Yeah. And that one, and then he put 11 in there with another heart. So then I just started researching it, and then we got we typed in, we are now taking our well-deserved break, and we got some cool stuff on that one. Let me see. And then 667 would be, let me see what it says. So yeah, I finally found it.
So what, Jay, why do you think he keeps calling me and asking me who I am?
Because he wants you to
he says, please don't torment me and keep me in suspense. I want to know. You can trust me. You know that.
You're starting to freeze up. Don't talk about who you are anymore. you're like, as soon as you're talking about it, your camera's going,
no, stop.
Right. So here it goes, 667, the Great Awakening, digital currency. decode the red goddess. Message for you. Your reality. Laptop from hell. Let's see. Trump Tower. Trump Force One. Uh, yeah,
Wow, that's a
telling you.
lot,
Yeah,
man.
yeah. Trump arrest. Let's see. Empty shelf. Okay, empty shelves. So that could be the scary one. Stock market name.
That's a lot, man. That is a lot.
I mean, this was all that was just from symbols on his page.
Yeah.
So then I know Phil does it a lot. So he'll put like certain things and he'll capitalize certain letters. So that's all. They're talking through codes, guys.
I get messages every
Yeah.
day, lots of them, and a lot of them have EAS in it, EBS, EAS constantly. So that's why I can tell you I'm quite sure we're about to go forward.
Yep, that's right. And then just the last thing I want to say always, you got to protect yourself and put on your armor of God no matter what, because, and Tracy knows during this time frame, when a lot of the things that don't belong here are going through the new process of us raising our frequency, and we're going to the new world, and everything is going to ascend and go higher and be better. They're going to grab onto anything. They're going to grab onto your lights. They're going to grab onto stuff because it's going down, and they know that they're about to dissipate. So if you guys don't know, they have technology, because everybody's like, well, they can't stay here if it's like everybody's like real happy and stuff. The bad guys can't stay here because it's too bad. It's too good for them. They have technology that lets them stay here. So that's exactly what's going on. And even the good people that are helping us, they have technology that helps us, like bring them down to our level. Because as soon as we know, we're starting to get, you can just feel it, guys. You can feel everything starting to get lighter and just beautiful, and like you don't have as many mean people. Like, just go out in the store and talk to people. People are smiling more. Like it's happening to every single one of us. And I know you guys can see that. So just put your armor of God. Put your armor of God on
Well,
it.
my circuits, my like prophetic circuits are hot now.
Mhm.
And I'm having dreams and visions nonstop. It's just like,
Yep, that's correct. And don't fight it. Don't fight it. Like if something tells you to, hey, I gotta say this, or I gotta watch this, or I gotta, if it comes in front of you, there's a reason why it's coming in front of you.
yeah,
Like
yeah.
don't. I used to be like, oh, I'm not watching that. But if it comes right in front of you, you may not understand now, but you will. Mhm.
Well, for me with the Gematria, because they put me in school, they put me in training to find some answers, and I spent hours and hours and hours in the Gematria. And if you get a phrase pops into your head, you don't want a real long one, but if a phrase pops into your head, you got to look that up.
Yeah.
And so there was a certain trekker that I got a lead on. Maybe I should look that up. I was
Yeah.
just gonna like, honor them for their posts in the trek, and so I put them into the Gematria, and I found something that I did not expect, and it was a white hat in our chat, and so I thought, nope, I better not do that.
Yep. Hmm.
Yep.
That's right. That's right. I
They're
mean, like,
helping us. I told you, they've been here. I was told by military intelligence from day one when I went viral that the White Hats were in the chat, and they were protecting us because of there's so much demonic on Telegram. So
yeah.
I was. We went through so much crap that every week there was some huge thing that happened, and I was so glad that they were there.
All right, now we're getting a little bit crazy. So I got one more thing to say. And I know Tracy's like, oh, what is he gonna say? All right, so um, NPC. I don't know if you guys know what that stands for. So it's a non-playable character. So Tracy always says that we are creators. We are like beautiful. God is within us, and we always thought that we were taught that God was out here. And there is a source. There is something that made everything. I understand that, but there's a piece of God inside of me, and there's a piece of God inside of Tracy and Dr. Kelly. All of us, everyone. So we can create sometimes our surroundings, and sometimes we put people just like, hey, there's going to be, you go to the airport, it's going to be real busy. Guess what? Your mind tells you and your heart tells you that, hey, there's a lot of people in this airport. So you just put people there, and it just gets confusing. But there's a lot of people walking around here that are just kind of put here because we create that. And it sounds kind of crazy, but we are beautiful beings, and they never wanted us to know this, that we can create our beautifulness, and we can create our realities. And
Yeah.
and they kept us down with foods and all the bad stuff and the drugs. And so once you guys realize that what we are as humans, everybody wants a human, because we are the amazing, able to create. We had like how many DNA strands? We are like, and that's why you see a lot of angels here. Angels are here. God is here right now. I mean, create everybody, they're around. And it's, guess what? Because this has never happened in the history of ever, where we're going to beat the dark and then come to the light. And I'm telling you guys, it's monumental, beautiful to be alive. There's souls I heard that they're waiting up there, waiting to come down or come here, because they're like, man, I want to be a part of that. I mean,
It's true. It's actually, yeah.
yeah, it's true. So
Yeah.
I don't know. I'm crazy, but
No, you're not, because that's the way I live. And that is that according to what you believe, it will happen to you.
Yep, that's right.
Yeah. Your
that's
expectation will cause it to happen to you.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
That's right.
I'm telling you guys, it's like, whoo.
I believe that each one of us has an aspect of God that nobody else has. And that's why we need each other, because I want to partake and share in that part of God that you have. I need you.
Yes. Mm-hmm.
That's right, Patricia.
Yep. And and just because someone's not as, we say the word awake, just because they're not awake as you, that's okay. That's that they have a soul, and not the NPCs, but they have a soul, and they are on their own soul's journey. And I have a soul, Tracy's got a soul. All our souls are on their individual journeys through this life. And I've even heard that sometimes we could be like, our soul could separate itself into like 1,728 souls, and it can experience 1,728 experiences all at once. That's how powerful we are, guys. I'm telling you, it's mind-blowing when you find out how powerful your soul is.
Yeah. Well, we're going to have training. Like that movie with Xavier's training for, gifted kids, who everybody came with a different superpower. Mm-hmm. And that's not too far off. And so we're going to teach that. I mean, I've been teaching it. I've called it the superheroes. And I've taught people how to be supernatural for many years, and how to manifest what you need. And it's incredibly powerful. There are no limits for us.
That's right.
And so, once you get that, but the thing is, we'll have the capacity and the openness to be able to grasp all of that on the other side. And so, you can come to the ranch, and we'll do superhuman superhero classes.
We're bringing the other side to us. What are you talking about?
Yeah, so I have an incredible staff that has surrounded me, and they all have a different superpower. And just recently, I gave a Destiny songs, and I still have to do Jay's, but I want to do it publicly.
You can't do mine. You're gonna freak out. You're gonna freak out who I am.
I already know who you are. Yeah, you
think you know who I. You think you know who I am.
Yeah,
no.
I have some.
Let me tell you guys. You guys. I mean, I didn't know who I was until, I'd say, the last couple of years. And I know a lot of people like, we're born like, I don't know if I fit in. You always been like an outcast, just like Tracy has talked about. Like, you're actually the beautiful souls that we need right now during this time. And I'm glad that you're all still here, because I know many times it gets so hard that you don't want to be on this earth. And I thank you from the bottom of my heart. I know Tracy does too, that you are still with us and you didn't give up, and we love you so much.
Well, just a side note, there's a lot of people in our staff who think that you are connected to me in the
No.
genealogy. Oh, yeah.
Mm.
Ancestry. Oh, my goodness. We'll see. Oh,
Yeah,
yeah.
we'll see.
See.
We'll see. All right, let's take bets. Anybody got some bets?
I don't know. That's what somehow they came up with. So we'll have to see about
Yeah,
that.
that's right. I like that in the chat. It says, "Who am I? Who am I?" I mean, you guys will. It'll come to you. It just
Yeah,
takes a
you
while.
go into the gematria and put in your first and
Yeah,
middle
there you
and
go.
find everything that your heart leaps at when you see
Yeah.
it, and then put in your first and last and see what you get from that.
Hey, there's Mark. I think. Hey, Jay and Jesse, this is Mark. Hey, Mark, what's up?
Hey, Mark.
Yeah, just kind of sit back and don't be afraid. Sit there and just talk to your angels and talk to God and.
Gematria is God's
Yep.
language,
Yep.
the language of angels.
Yep.
It's all over the Bible. It's not outside the Bible.
Yep.
Don't
That's
worry.
right. That's
Don't
right.
worry.
Oh my gosh, it's so beautiful. I can't believe that I'm alive during this time frame. I mean, I can't believe I volunteered to come back during this time. Whoop, whoop, whoop. I had to slip that one in there.
Jay's a wild man, you guys. But see,
Yeah.
his mind is open enough that it can be continually blown.
Mm-hmm.
And that's what you want going into this next day, this next life, this beautiful wow. I'm telling you what, trekkers, you are going to be blown to smithereens by this weekend. Before August 1st, let's say, I believe your mind will be totally blown.
Yep. And like I said, I think it's all everything we're doing and everything that's going on is just one way closer to every day and every minute that I spend is me getting closer to God, and that's what has been taken away from me, and that's what's been taken away from you. So don't let anything get in between you, yourself. Look within. Don't let nobody take that away from you. That's what I say.
I'll tell you, the training that they put me on, I think I've been in a month now of just nonstop, and the staff has taken all my duties off my plate so I can do the training. And I am not the same person, and the person that is like working with me is like the progress you have made in finding out what is the future is off the charts.
You ever wonder why you're like, say you're at your work or your job and you're like, man, none of these people are like me at all, And here's the thing, your soul chose to be with that in that position in that place at that time. Sometimes souls are next to other souls so that they can help and give them energy and keep them and a lesson for them. So that was always a question to me. Like, I don't understand why I'm by these people. Like, they're nothing like me. But then I realized later on that a soul can be there for a reason. Even people like me, if I was like, well, there were souls there for me, just like, Tressy's soul is here for me so that I can learn lessons in my path. So it's
but what I came to the conclusion after all of this study is that the white hats and the heavenly realm chose every single one of you to be around me at this time.
Mm-hmm. That's great.
The whole thing was orchestrated. I was oblivious, and it was orchestrated. And Jay started it, I believe, right? They picked you out. They gave you messages because they could get through to you. Mm-hmm. And what did you do? You found Teresa Griffith on little old Facebook, and you start sharing her on Phil's chat.
I was like, who's this? Who's this crazy lady?
Fault I went viral.
Who's this crazy lady that's talking all this mumbo jumbo? But she's right. And then I was like, okay, I think everybody needs to see this crazy lady. And because like at that time I thought I was, crazy also. So, and then to realize I wasn't crazy, I was right. And then that Teresa was right. And it was just like a beautiful journey for my soul to, to experience that. And I'm glad that I'm going through it, and I'm glad I'm here with you guys. So
yeah. And I have always called Jay my first knight because I knew that they sent him. I knew it. He was like the presence of like my bodyguard in a way. It's just been just a heart, a great encouragement to have Jay with us. And
Well,
what?
oh, I just saw it. I did Gematria on my first and middle name. Mom's name was the first to come up, and later was my brother's name. Whoa, Anna. See, I'm telling you guys, like, it's they lied to us about
Yeah.
who we are. They hid it. Yep. Yep. They
Yep.
took control and they were just like, hey guys, we're not gonna let you guys know how special you are.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh man, this is a once in a lifetime thing. If you guys think about it, I know, like I said in the beginning, we always talk about it. There's a lot of pain, there's a lot of suffering, and it's hard to say, and I will say it. It's hard to say, but I'm going to say it. You guys love me. You guys love me. Some of these souls, that was their journey to experience what they experienced. Now,
No.
don't get mad at me. Don't get mad at me.
No, the person just said, I'm Vincent Fusca in Gematria. No, that doesn't mean that you
Hey,
are that person.
You might be.
No,
Yeah, it might be
just
related.
means that there's something
Yeah.
connection. There's a connection. Doesn't mean that's you.
Yeah. Yeah.
Otherwise, President Trump's name wouldn't be all over my Gematria. I mean, I'm not President Trump, right?
Yeah.
I'm connected.
Yes, I like that. Souls gravitate to each other. That's correct.
That's right.
And that's what they call your soul family.
Yeah, but guided too. I mean,
Mhm. Yeah.
I saw it. I knew you guys were all guided, and wow, the team we have is a fine running machine of joy and love and respect. And wow,
Kelly,
I'm
Kelly,
just blown
Kelly,
away.
Kelly, you have kept us all going because you're
Yeah,
still here. You're still
the
here.
tribe.
You're still holding on, and we love you
The
guys.
tribe has kept us
That's right.
going. We've
You
kept
you
each
are
other going.
you are very special, Kelly. I know it. We got too many Kellys. Dr. Kelly. We got Kelly.
I think it's a special name.
Hey,
Yes,
yeah.
of course it is.
I knew the eyeball was going to chime in.
All right. Do we have any other questions?
Oh yeah, we forgot to ask. Anybody got any questions? No, we're just like spreading
Because
truth.
Jay knows everything.
I know.
He's downloaded
Yeah,
the universe in his
mhm.
brain, right?
And you
It's in
can.
your brain, right?
You can't. Your DNA can hold. Remember that video thing?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
And that's
Right.
all.
And we
So,
are creators. We are born with that inheritance from the creator that we are creators. And so we're going to
yeah.
get to play big time.
Oh my gosh, it's going to be so.
Beyond anything you could ever ask or think. So
I know my
it's
hubby. Jay is your protector. Ooh, what? Put that one up. What did it say? Jay is your protector. Jay is your protector. I know. My hubby is my protector. Ooh.
very nice.
Dang, that's awesome. Yep.
Yeah. Hey,
I'm telling.
Gina. Walter, yes. Med beds. Yep.
I got a question for Tressie.
Okay.
I got a question. So, the word ascension, what does that mean?
Well, to me, it means that you get in touch with your spirit and you come up into the real world of the spirit realm. And that's how I live. All right. So you can not go by what you see, by what you hear, and then I can feel it. All right. So I like to close my eyes so that I can shut out this world, this matrix world. And when I close my eyes, then all I have to do is meditate on God. And I like to put certain music on to do it, even 963 hertz or Jen Johnson, my favorite, and Stephanie Gretzinger, some of those that have that frequency. When they sing, it comes out of their mouth and there's frequency. And that helps me. It's like an fuel. And I go up into another realm. And like I said on that track, if you haven't seen that track where I talked about the romance of God, I don't believe I can get any higher than that, because that is the God frequency, and inside that frequency is everything else. It's like another world that never ends. And so you can know things you couldn't possibly know. And then you you open your eyes and you can deliver what you got. And that's what I've been doing. I hear things, and in that place, I get direction. I know what to do about certain things. It's another world in that transcended place inside the heart of God. I used to do a class called Adventures into the Heart of God, which is like beyond the universe. It's
Wow.
oh, what am I being trained for? I cannot tell you right now, but you will find out soon.
That's right. Did we reach the $1,500 goal?
We sure did, Grandma. Whee! Yeah, so then we were able to help some more people.
So we were chosen for this date.
That's
I will
right, Andrea.
I will add to that. You chose to be here for this day, because you and me, everybody is so special. So
Awesome.
all right, has changed.
Boy.
I'm so positive now. Thank you, Kelly. Yeah, I'm telling you, it's always been inside you. So just look within.
Yeah.
Yep.
Anticipation.
That's right. That's right. Will there be free internet soon? We can't even get unlimited at our house.
I believe so.
I would say yes. I would say, shoot, will you even need internet anymore if you can just think about something and it happens?
Well,
Well,
gonna
hey,
take some training for that.
hey, it'll take time. Guess what? It's coming.
Okay, so when everything goes, we'll come, I'll come into the signal and give you updates or messages or whatever I can. And by that time, everything will have happened and there won't be anything you have to hold back, I'm sure.
Yep.
So there are 3 signal groups, so I'm going to have to make the rounds, deliver the same message to each signal group.
Thank you much. I was guided to you. No coincidences, and yes, there are no coincidences. I think they made that word up. Coincidence.
Yeah, that's
Like,
why we became a family.
Like luck, they made that word up too.
Yep, it's easy. Jeannie Marshall put in the directions how to do Gematria right in the chat. So all you have to do is go into the chat and go up at the top into the search bar and write Gematria, and Jeannie's post will come back up for you.
Yep.
It's pretty easy.
Yep.
You just type your name or something you want to know is in as few words as possible, and then click go, and then you just skim the Jewish Gematria because it's full of the cabal. They just loaded it full of crap.
Yeah.
And then if you find something, great. If you don't, go down to the simple, and that's where you'll find it, the answers. And then you start recording making data and documents with everything you find. And then pretty soon you'll begin to see a story.
Yep. That's
I
right.
took all of my work and I put it into an outline of truth. This means this, and this was the timing, and this. And I was like, wow.
That's correct. So good stuff. Cheryl says, I'm confused. I'm confused. How can the Nassar stuff happen when Biden is still alive?
Okay. I've said this many, many times. All right. Back to back to back, right? So you don't focus on Biden. You don't focus on him, because when it's time, it's going to be like Biden goes, Nassar is announced, bam, bam. In the same day, it could be 2 minutes apart. So he is not a problem because he's an actor. He's on a calendar to go down.
Yeah, and maybe he might be blamed for the plane going down.
Woo-hoo! Yeah, because he would have been blamed if it had worked.
They have to find a legal way to make it look like, that's what I'm saying. That's the only legal way.
Yeah, that's right.
Do you know the approximate time when negative frequencies will be replaced with the positive frequencies? Ooh.
Well, guess what? I've already done it, and you can do it too now.
Yep. It's happening. It's happening right now.
I think she's talking about in the airwaves.
Yeah.
So I think it'll be like immediate. They'll just shut it all down, and we'll all go,
yep.
Like resuscitation. Like
And-
all of a sudden we feel lighter, we feel younger, we feel more energy, and it's a healing frequency. They're going to change the dial to a healing frequency, and so we're all going to feel
And
better before the med beds.
And don't forget about your individual frequency from your energy within your heart. We're all connected, and that's what they lied about too. They tried to separate us all. So we're all connected. If you are mad today, it's a ripple effect, and it can go for miles. That one thought of anger can go for miles and miles and miles. So if you stay in that, today's going to be a beautiful day. Just start telling yourself today's going to be a beautiful day. Or, hey, my thumb doesn't hurt. I just cut it. you got to tell yourself that I was saying love things. I'll tell you a story. As I was at the doctor's and I said, the lady come around the corner, cause I'm inside the, hospital. So anyway, she goes, she come around the corner and I'm going like this. You're a beautiful thumb. You're gonna heal thumb. And guess she's like, what? You're putting pressure on it, huh? I said, no, I'm putting healing frequency into my thumb. And the nurse, you should have seen her eyes. They were like, and she was like, and she didn't say nothing else. And then I started talking about quantum healing, and I started, have you learning about this new technology? And she was just, her mind was like, whoa, what? Never heard of that. So that's what you do, right, Kelly?
Yeah. Can I just add to that? Because you guys are just so going down the right path. It's up to us to change it. And everything that everybody's doing right now to change it is what is making it change. We couldn't sit back and how many times did you hear this 2, 3, 4 years ago? Well, I'm just going to wait and see what happens. Yeah. No, it's up to us to do it, and everybody's doing it now. So the more people jump on that and do it, the more we are going to see the change because it's up to us to do it.
Yep. That's right. I like them. I like them awakened souls that are so beautiful. I'm telling you, it's like once you start talking to people, you just feel. Is it about? Well, one guy said, "Is the internet going down?" I think we answered that. I don't think it's going to go down. If it does, it'll be for
just the cabal control.
Yeah.
And then we might not be able to do any communication on the internet except for signal.
Unless you live at my house and it goes down like every 10 minutes.
Yeah. All right. Do you know when our food will be replaced with healthy food?
No, everything's going to be a process and a transition, but they've got it. And I'm thinking the military is going to deliver, and they might even just give it to us door to door.
Tell them, Kelly, what you can do to your food.
Well, that's already happening. So things have been happening for the last 4 years with that.
Right.
Yep.
It's not a coincidence that these factories are being taken down and things are getting burned up. I mean, it's been changing. It's just we got a ways to go. But again, it's up to us to call it out and make it happen.
Ooh, that's exactly right. This is my hand. This is your piece of chicken or whatever you eat. You say chicken. You're going to be the most amazing chicken. You're going to heal my body. You're going to be good for me. You are of divine light and love, and from God.
Yes.
And then you can feel the vibrations going into that food, and it's going to say that to your water, say that to your shower, say it to everything you do.
And I do that with the shower every single time.
Yes.
And
you're very powerful.
Yeah. Do people understand the power of prayer? I mean, I think people lost that.
Yeah.
There's been studies. They studied it. If you look at Emoto and what he did with water, they proved what the power of prayer can do. And why do you think we bless our food? It's to change the frequency to make it good for our body.
Yeah. Prayer, intention.
We have to pray over our food. Yes.
Yeah. And, some people say prayer, some people say intention, some people say love, so it's
all the same thing.
All the same. It's all the same.
Proclamation. So Lisa, if you just go on to the internet and type in frequencies for more energy, then you'll come up with some possibilities, and you can pick out the one you like and play it in your house, and that'll help.
That's right. That's right.
Words. If you speak words to the pet, I think that's why Bo has manifested. His breeder cannot believe him. So every year he does something new. He started out with a flat coat, smooth coat. And she said that's what he was. He's a sport coat. Well, after 1 year old, he decides to get very, 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 very curly. Oh, that's nice. I'm glad for that. And then the next year he decides to grow this beautiful golden hair on his legs. And then the third year he decides to have the chest like a lion with all the gold. And he's like, where did you come from? And no one can even believe it. And I believe it's frequency because I sing to him.
Yep.
And I talk to him and I fill him full of positive things. And so he just keeps like manifesting.
Yeah.
Supernatural. I know it. I believe it.
I saw your comment, Janet. I love you too. Good soul. I asked God to make my food life sustaining and free from toxins. There you go,
Yep.
Kelly. Man, Kelly, you on it.
I talk to my food. I say, I turn you into organic Eden food and I raise the frequency. That's
right.
how I pray. I feel like that.
Yeah. I did that to my wallet. I said, you will have money in it soon.
Yeah. I picture the bank of heaven, my inheritance that is endless, limitless bank account over top of my earthly bank. And it's a portal. And then, those little containers that you do at the drive-in, you open that container and you put money in. And I picture there being this funnel, like it goes.
Yep. Oh, that's a good one.
Thank you. Thank you, Frammy.
Death and life are the power of the tongue, and those who love it.
That's how you create. Let there be light. Let there be whatever.
That's right. I'm telling you, they didn't want us to know that we were so powerful like that, Oh yeah, that's Janet. I know. I know. There's some beautiful souls out there too. I'm just all on a journey. That's all, everybody. That's all I am.
That's a good question, Nana. I believe that.
Oh, that'd be good.
That should be happening this week.
Oh, that'd be a good time. Yeah. Like if they crashed a plane, crashed a market.
If something happens tomorrow, I don't know if we might have to have some emergency. Something.
Some kind of meeting if the internet's still going on. Yeah. His house. Oh, the Ark of the Covenant at Trump's house. Is he going to open it? Is that the switch?
Gosh, I have not heard that.
I have not heard that one. I don't think so. I know that I have heard that in some of the doubles and stuff that the angels are playing the part of some archangels are playing the part of a lot of people. So God is that powerful. The Creator is bringing archangels down to bring angels down here to play certain parts.
Yeah.
So that I've heard that, but I haven't heard anything about the Ark of the Covenant at that.
Okay, so Jay, do you know when the Republican convention is over with? So then we'll know about when Trump's about to get aboard that plane. And
I think isn't it a 3-day thing?
18th. I think it's the 18th. So
it's a 3-day thing.
I don't know what's going to happen on the 17th, but it could be behind the scenes. But then we got to watch the sky.
Yes,
and
tomorrow. Tomorrow's July 4th on the Julian calendar.
Right. So something's got to happen. So this one podcaster, I'm sorry, this person is wrong all the time, and I just laugh. I go, "What are you doing following this person?" So somebody sent us what this person said, and it was scary event. Sky. Don't look at the sky because you will die.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay, sweetheart. Mm-hmm. Give it up, okay?
Yep. That's what they try. They try to keep that fear. Yeah. What about Q phones? Hey, let me tell you, you're already holding one. I'm just saying, you already got one. Everybody's got a Q phone. They're gonna put some frequency in there.
I hope so, because I hate. I'm so tired of this dang thing.
Yep.
No.
Oh, such Jay and Triss. Oh, I put my name first. Sorry, Tressie and Jay. You are both are such a blissful and peaceful presence. You are loved by so many.
Thank you, Andrea, and I love your hat.
And yeah, we love you too.
You gotta be a cool person to have a hat like that.
You're amazing. Yep. And like I said, anybody can do this. You just get up here and just be yourself and just spread the truth and love, guys. That's all you got to do.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
Thank you, Tristan J.
We helped over 100 people. You did. You guys did it. You spread the love. Look at that love frequency just beaming. That's why the white hats are all over this this group and just blessing everybody. Who knows?
Backbone,
Maybe
79. I like that. I was born in
maybe
70. I was born in 79. We might be cousins or something.
maybe the white hats even donated money, you know?
Yeah. Yep. I'm telling you, it's beautiful if you just think about it. Everything is, and like I said, it had to. It's war. It had to be this way. It had to be this way for every. I mean, I know we're on our own individual journeys, but we were trapped. They found out how. They found out how God, Creator, was doing it. So what they did was, they made a fake, basically, world and put us in it and kept trapping us. And that's what happened. And they were like, you guys ain't special. And then they divided us, all this stuff. So this, like I said, it is so important. This has never happened in the history of ever that we are going to break free from this. And we are breaking free.
But Jay, you just don't have much passion about it. That's all. You really need some passion.
Dude,
I want the new Matrix movie to be called Shattering the Matrix.
Yeah, that's right.
Ooh,
we got someone. Did we get someone Shatter the Matrix or something?
Oh man, that would be.
I think we put it into Gematria.
I broke the
Shattering the Matrix. What did it come out to?
I'm trying to find out here. I know I have a beautiful soul that is my very best friend, and I believe, okay, this sounds crazy too, but remember I told you about the 17, so one soul can have about 1,728 experiences, both male, female, whatever. It's all your soul can choose. So during lifetime, you can sometimes meet one of your pieces of your soul, and you'll know. It's very, I'm getting God bumps right now.
It's funny, like you'll know, but the other person might not know.
And that's true. But sometimes they call it twin flames, and everybody thinks, well, twin flame is your love. Well, sometimes it is, but then sometimes you're a flame from the same source.
Yes.
So
can I just mention something?
Reflection of each other
that I noticed, and it's kind of funny. When I submitted the pictures, there were 17 pictures.
What?
And the video was 17 seconds. I did not plan that. It just happened that way. And I'm like, tomorrow's the 17th. So
you need to go sit. You need to go sit and talk to your angels and God. You go over there and sit. Say, what message are you trying to tell me? Because it's always.
I thought that's really crazy. It just came up that way. I'm like, oh, I don't know if anybody else noticed it, but I noticed it.
They'll talk to you. They'll like messages and it's like, hey, you're doing this wrong. Like, try this. Or they'd be like, why are you doing that? Like, do this. It's pretty cool. Yeah. Okay, so what was I looking for? Something. I don't know.
John, this week I think I do. Because, think about Fusca, what Fusca did, which was JFK Jr. They're taking Trump away, and he's going, we're coming back now, or we're coming out. One of those two sentences is what he was saying. We're coming out. We're coming now. We're coming now. He said it 3 times. He can't wait, man. Yes, I believe it will be announced this week. I do.
Yeah, I think so too.
I'm not guaranteed, but I believe it with all my heart.
What does your heart tell you, guys? What does your heart tell you? What are your angels? What is God, source? God. What does it tell you? Just look within and ask yourself. I just, like, people ask me questions and stuff, and I'll be like, I want to answer, but it's like, look within. I know the answer's there. You guys
go into the Gematria and type out July 17th and type out the word 17th.
Yeah.
July 17th. See what you find. You will be surprised.
Can I just make a comment?
Yes.
No.
And my friend that was going to try to join us tonight pointed this out. Okay. And I didn't know this till like 2 days ago. When you go to your phone and you type the emojis, have you ever looked at the emoji for the calendar?
Yeah, 17.
July 17th is the calendar date. It's been there forever.
Oh, it says July too?
It says July 17th.
It says July 17th. Yeah.
No, I think Vincent Fusca is JFK Jr. But John Denver's alive.
Yeah, I think John Denver is alive. And like I was telling you guys, there's angels, there's archangels, and there's also some people that are I don't know how you say it, incarnated, or I don't know. It's all because this is, like I said, it's the most beautiful thing that's ever happened ever. So
Yeah.
they're all trying to help, and that
Yeah.
makes sense. Mhm.
I was
So-
going to jump in here too, really quick for y'all, and just say that the signal link has to be sent directly through our chat. So if you don't click the link, it becomes invalid. So just keep an eye on the chat in the house and in the chat. We post those links occasionally. When we open them up for a limited time, and then we close them again so that we can keep the bots out.
Oh man, we've had so many bots. I think we have it under control now, though. But there's still nefarious people in there.
Oh, there's a lot of bots.
But guess what, bots? If you're waiting for the 800 number, when you get to the exchange, they're going to arrest you.
I'm talking about bots.
I hope you go.
I'm talking about bots that are going to go to the RV.
I know, that's what I'm talking about.
There's a bunch of bots that be like, "Hey, I want some money," and you're like, "Nope."
Yeah, we tried to get all the money we could out of Tressy's Trek tribe, but they kept warning them, and they had a secret weapon that took all the bots out.
What does that say? Ask your higher self. I like that one. Okay, well, I'll go to that one. If you look at my heart inside, it just says it's done. I just want to see
that's
it
pretty
with
good.
my eyes physically. Ooh, there you go.
Well,
what
more do you need? It's done.
Mm-hmm. It's done. That's beautiful. Okay, ask yourself, the higher self, the questions and the muscle test. Then forward equals yes. Then lean back is no. So that's yes. I think that's Mark. So I love that, Mark, and you can do it. I do like my left arm is like it'll make it like vibrate, or my right arm. That's a muscle test. Or you can just pick your ears. You can pick your whatever you want, and just talk to your, hey, I have a question for you guys, my higher self, my beautiful angels, and you say, is this going to be done tomorrow? And sometimes they will tell you, I'm not able to answer that. They will say that. They will say like, nope, denied, access denied. Like I've gotten that a couple times. Like, oh, okay, so they won't, yeah.
So we're going to end in 10 minutes.
Okay.
Oh, somebody said they had a question on the med beds. Do you know when the med beds will be available to the general public? No, I don't, but I know they want to get them out right away. Med beds 3 weeks after RV. Well, I'm not going to just accept that as, I want to hear it from the decision makers, not from somebody who's just talking out there.
Yeah.
Thank you, Beverly. I love that.
Mm-hmm. Don't mess with the tress. Where's the t-shirt? Where's the t-shirt that says don't mess with the tress? I like that.
Oh, yeah.
Write it down. Take notes. Write it down.
It is finished. Thank you. I'm telling you, I've developed a backbone. A Telegram gave me a backbone. I'm like, don't mess with me. Don't even mess with me. I'm sick of that.
And Kim, you're asking which chat. If you're not on the Telegram chat, that's the chat we're talking about. We also do post the Signal. Well, actually, no, I think we only post it through Telegram. I don't think it's ever been posted anywhere.
Correct. Yeah. And you cannot chat in Signal. We have that turned off. That Signal group, those Signal groups are only for the emergency notification so that we don't lose track of each other and,
Goosebumps? Got goosebumps when Jay asked that question. Oh, Kelly. And that's what happens if you ask those questions to your angels.
It will be in there. Yeah. If you're signed up for that Signal group, you'll be able to go in there anytime and see the message that I left.
Yep. When I watch you guys. Oh, yep.
Thank
I'm
you,
uplifted.
Franny.
We feel uplifted with you guys. So
yes, we do.
Oh, will school be paused for starting in August?
Maybe because school is going to change.
Yeah, school. It's not going to be overnight, but hopefully it'll
everything's going to be a transition. There's some things are going to take 3 years because there's so much that was wrong. So you got to just be patient. But I don't think anybody's going to be impatient because you're going to get so many surprises and gifts and blessings so fast that it's just like joy. You're going to be like me. You're going to be like, how do I calm down?
Yep. Oh, yeah. Got some beautiful souls in here. I can feel it. You guys are beautiful.
I just wanted to say, we're up to probably $90,000 that you guys have donated since we started. So, we've helped over 100 people and raised almost the same amount of money. And oh my goodness, amazing. So You are going to be honored.
Yeah. Yep. You're going to be honored, and wait until you find out who you really are. Who you really are.
Yeah.
And it's going to be so amazing. And then what you're capable of, and how you can connect to God, and that they tried to hide, and it's just going to be so wonderful. Like, I'm starting to experience it now. It's pretty neat.
Yeah.
Took a lot of military stuff was in there from the military, so a lot of stuff has been removed. So
Yeah.
they don't want no military guys going in there and say, "Hey, God told me not to take that guy out. Get rid of this guy." So they were keeping us down, I think, in vibration and love and stuff like that. I was just like, "I'll do whatever you say." So, yep.
All right. So I would say keep an eye on Patriot Princess and Sarah Hobbs, because they are not who you think they are, and they are the team, and that they are giving you truth in there and teaching you how to do the gematria and the comms.
Yeah. Before, just wanted to say thank you for all you do, and you all are wonderful, beautiful souls. Yes, and so are you, Tracy. Thank you very much. You guys are awesome. Always uplifting to me. Remember, when the stuff goes down, if it goes down and you feel that first scare or fear in your body, you just push it out. You push that fear out of your body. You just get it out of there, and you ask yourself what is really going on, and then you start researching. You start looking. You put it into gematria. You have all these different avenues that you can do to stop the fear from coming in. Do not let the fear overtake your love and light.
There's
Never.
nothing to be afraid of.
Never.
Nothing. I'm going to have to go. I think I have an emergency call. It looks like an emergency call, so I'm going to have to take it. All right. So love you guys, and I'm so excited about this week. It is.
Yep.
If you knew what I knew, you would be like having trouble sleeping.
Yep.
All right. Okay. I love you, and
Love you, Tracy. I'll close it out.
Okay. All right.
All right. Love you. All right, Dr. Kelly, close it out. Oh, she left. Okay.
Oh, no, I was just about to say, let's thank Dr. Kelly for being
know.
here tonight. And then we can close out with a new little ad from our intern that I would love.
Ooh, I like that. Yeah, you can do that. You guys are awesome. Any more? Bye, Tracy and Jay. Love and blessings to you all. All right, awesome. We're gonna play. You're gonna play the video. What is it? Which one is it?
We'll do the little ad that we featured on.
Okay,
Saturday.
remember. Beautiful. All right. Let me shut her down, guys. Like I said, no fear. Remember that. Reach out to anyone, friends, whoever you can talk to. We got this.